Hey, good morning, Bob Trade Genius, 19th of December. I'm going to go through my list here real fast. This is it's for everybody, but primarily for my subscribers. It's instead of me texting out a million things, I'm just going to walk through, my list. And if you're in any of these, and if you're contemplating any of these, I'm just going to walk through levels with you right now. So ABX is a buy. I would look to add to if it anything above $13, between 13 and 13.40, and if you're in it, as long as it stays in this channel, you're good. And if you want to use that as a stop, I'd use that as a stop at 13.40. AG, we had a great run. We're getting an inverted hammer here. So if you got in here as it broke into the channel, you either want to take profit, or what I do is I've sold the 550 calls against it. And so at this point I'm fully hedged on AG, and I think it caught this move back up here. I think it has to digest it. I'd be looking to add back here at around 552, or then these levels here, 535, 515, would be good places to go if it sold down even harder. Cobalt is still in the downtrend, just waiting on this one. It's kind of really low volume, but at some point I'm going to take a position in it. Cameco's just been struggling in a range. I think Energy has it boxed in. We've done 3 or 4 shots here at URA, and we've only been able to make money on it once. Keeps selling down. It pushed up to the 100 here, and it got clipped again. So I think we're just going to wait on it. I'll see what happens here when this thing pulls back up over 20 again. But looks like uranium's not going anywhere for a while. FCX has done this a couple times. It looks like we're zigzagging between the industrials and the precious metals. And so, if we want to start day trading this thing instead of swing trading it, is that, bottom of this range looks good. And then I would be looking to take profit here or take profit here. But until it breaks up over this 100 period moving average, these are just scalps. But I'm staying away at any rate because it's Fed day. I have the yen up here because it kind of tells me a lot of things, but they may push FXY down and the yen pair up. I'm looking for a market bounce, so I'm looking for maybe a little bit of a sell-off in the miners. So keep an eye on FXY. If they're able to push this thing down, that means they're trying to liquefy the markets, and it's going to help the FANGs in the indexes. Miners, not so much. GDX had a great run. It's outside of its channel now, and if you're in it, I would have a stop here at 2105. And I'd be looking to be buying back in around 2027 at this point. But I think this is telling me that we're in bull mode now for the miners. And GDXJ is even better. I put our stops out, but 32 is where I have a target for GDXJ, and I moved our stop up to 29.50 right now because I want to make sure I get some profit on this thing. Don't know how the reversals are going to work with the Fed meeting, and I want to make sure I get some good profit. But if you're less conservative than I am, I would have a stop here at 29.09, and I'd be looking to add back here at $28. Goro, like we just doubled up on Goro, but this would be my stop at this point, right here at about 380. And if you're just in accumulation mode, I'd be accumulating here at 389 if you don't care. Needs to get over this thing to get back onto the path of righteousness here. IWM, I'm ready to buy calls on this, so just waiting for it to signal me, but it's getting close for a trade. Lithium's in the same boat. It's probably going to pop if the market pops, so keep an eye on it. If you want to let it come up into the channel at 29.02, and then I would have a stop here at the lows, and your target right here at 29.75. Marijuana, it's just been gliding down. Staying away from it for right now. I have to understand its mechanics much better. Okay, nickel had a nice run. You know, it needs to settle back. This was a pretty hard push. I'd love to be able to get back in this trade. I totally missed this trade. I just didn't believe it. And so I'd be looking to get back in $17.80, $18 area. Okay, PAS, like I said yesterday, filled that gap. If you're in it, you know, move your stop up to about 1440. I moved our stop up to 1460, and then if you're looking to accumulate, I'd get back in at 1380. These change daily, by the way. SH, okay, so I think it's going to come back down to here, or even to here. I think we're going to get a relief rally. I think it's going to shock people, and that's where I'd be looking to accumulate. And what I'm probably going to do with SH, if I get this move again, I think I'm just going to buy leaps on SH and just let them sit there and sell calls against it as I need to, so that I just have a permanent hedge in there for 2019, because we're going to go down there at 25%. I just don't know exactly the mechanics of how it's going to work, and I don't want to be leveraged, but I think that's the play I'm going to take. Stand by on that. If not, I'm just going to trade it like I trade everything else. Okay, in a room trade yesterday, we bought SPY calls. I didn't want to put it out to everybody because it's a little bit risky. And see, it broke into the channel here. We bought it at 256.50, and it looking decent right now. I think we should be able to get up to the 264 area here, and I'll call out some calls on it if I think it's going to go the way we want to go officially. But it's in the channel, and you know, this bottom right here is where you'd bail it, but I'm going to do it as a calendar spread if I did it. TLT, the yields are going down. TNX is, I'll show that one to you at the end. It's not on my list. UEC, like I said, been struggling with the uranium miners. They're just not going anywhere. I think energy is really sucking the life out of it. UNG went back down again. We're out of that trade, but you know, I think it's going to come down to fill this gap right here. And if you want to get long UNG again, this is probably where I would consider buying it back. Like I said, URA, we got stopped out on URA. It's at the bottom of the channel here. If you like to trade the channels, it's setting up, and you can get in it now. 1250 would be the target, but if it made a new low, I'd get right back out of it. URG for some reason is popping. Super small cap though. Total lottos. I've been staying away from it right now until I start getting some better vibes on the on CCJ, and I think everything will follow. VXX, we're in puts on this, calendar puts. We have a profitable trade on right now. I'll update the stops on once they get that the second short we put on it out of the way. But we put on a 40.38.50 last week. The 38.50 expired, practically worthless, which is what we wanted. And then we put a 38.50 back on last Friday, and that's at the point right now where, you know, unless we really flush, it'll expire worthless as well on Friday, and the trade's profitable for us at the moment. So staying with it, and if it looks really promising for SPY, like I think it will be, I may just close the short leg and let the for the Fed meeting, and let the long leg run, because I think we're going to drop all the way back down to here. Okay, and let's see. That's it. So thanks for listening. I hope that helps everybody, and good luck today with the Fed. Bye bye.